Om Namo Narayan. On 10th June 2021, we will be witnessing another cosmic event. This will be the first solar eclipse of 2021, and this will be happening in the sign of Taurus in the nakshatra of Mrigasira. Eclipse is always a time for reflection, retrospection, prioritizing things, welcoming a new change that will come into your life in the coming 2 or 3 months. What does the sun represent? The sun represents the governments, the authority, father figures, our emotions, self-esteem, willpower, ego, also responsible for overconfidence. This eclipse will be visible across parts of North Canada, parts of Europe, parts of Asia, parts of Russia, parts of North America, Northwest Africa, Greenland, Atlantic and Arctic. The start time of this eclipse will be at 1:42 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. The Madhya Kaala at around 4:11 p.m. and the Moksha Kaala at 6:41 p.m. This eclipse will not be visible from India, hence there is no religious significance. That means there is no sutak, there is no ritual bath, and there are no donations involved. Just because this eclipse is not visible in some parts of the world doesn't mean that the natives of the 12 Rashis will not be impacted. Some of the Rashis will be impacted positively. Some of the Rashis will have a minor impact, and some of the Rashis will be negatively impacted by this eclipse. First, let us take a look at the Rashis which will be positively benefited by this eclipse. The Karka Rashi or Cancer, Simha Rashi or Leo, Dhanu Rashi or Sagittarius, and Meena Rashi or Pisces will be benefited by this eclipse. Now, which are the 4 Rashis which will be negatively impacted by this eclipse? First, it will be the Vrishaba Rashi or Taurus, Mithuna Rashi or Gemini, Kumbha Rashi or Aquarius, and Tula Rashi or Libra. The natives of Mesha Rashi, Kanya Rashi, Vrishchika Rashi, and Makara Rashi will have very minor impact. In my last video, we were discussing about the role of Ida and the Pingala Nadi, or the left nostril and the right nostril. A person who is excessively breathing through his left nostril will be an introvert, and a person who is excessively breathing through the right nostril will be an extrovert. We cannot make drastic changes to our breathing pattern. If we do it, then there will be some consequences. And instead of getting positive results out of the breathing exercises, we will end up getting impacted negatively due to these exercises. The yoga that is understood today in India is the Hatha Yoga. Hatha in Sanskrit means by force. So you are forcibly making change to the natural biorhythms of the body. Now this has to be done very slowly, one step at a time. Each step will unfold a new experience and will bring changes in your hormonal levels. So it is very important that you do all these yogic practices under the guidance of a teacher, and just because something has been explained in detail on YouTube, do not start these practices by yourself. You may fall unconscious. You may lose your memory if some of these practices are not done properly. So keep this in mind. I am going to do a series of videos on some of the important mudras, some of the pranayama techniques, and some common mantras which are used by the practitioners. So what does a solar eclipse do? What does the sun represent? I keep repeating a verse from the Veda again and again, whether it's a lunar eclipse or solar eclipse. Chaksho Suryo Ajayata. The sun represents basically your eyes, or what you see in this universe. Your ability to see and perceive things is related with the sun. If the sun is weak in your chart, or when there is a solar eclipse, your ability to see things clearly will be impacted. That means the nations, the people, the animals, even the plants, everything that you see in this creation will be impacted during a solar eclipse. Very often you see that there will be a change in leadership, change in governments, conflicts happening after the solar eclipse. On a solar eclipse, you should make sure that your Pingala Nadi or your right nostril is running properly. And you can force this breathing through the right nostril either by sleeping on your left side or using something called as the Yoga Danda. So I give a description of the Yoga Danda in the description below. How to change the swara, that is from Ida to Pingala and from Pingala to Ida. If you need any further clarifications, you can reach out to my WhatsApp number given in the description, or you can make a call, or you can drop a mail to jagatguruastro@gmail.com.